2, 1.
Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass, a showcase of homegrown talent, mixing independent music with personal interviews and a behind-the-scenes look at our music community. Backstage Hall Pass is your front row center seat to some great conversation with the area's most talented artists. Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the program. We are live here at noon on a Wednesday. It's Wednesday with the band here on Hall Around Town Radio. And we're going to get to it right out of the chute today on Wednesday with the band. I'm going to bring into the program my friend Peter. How you doing, Peter? You out there? There you go. All right.
Hello, Scott.
And Ed Sawicki, my good friend Ed, too, as well. And thank you guys for joining me today. And on the phone with us, since she is driving across America today, probably on world tour or something, Eliza Neals. How you doing, Eliza?
Hey, everybody. How you doing? I'm driving to Detroit, actually, from New Jersey. So I'm at a rest stop now, so it's quiet.
Oh, there we go. All right. Well, we're going to talk about your show because you're coming to Cincinnati, actually Montgomery, to one of our favorite music locations. And Eliza, if you've never been there, you're in for a treat. The Bell and the Bear. You're going to be playing on Sunday this week.
Right. I've heard great things about it. Thank you so much for bringing me, Peter. And we got some great musicians for you guys, and I'm so excited to be there. I can't wait to see you both. I hope you're all there.
Oh, we're excited about it as well. And the whole blues community around here is buzzing about you coming back because most of them got a chance to see you back last year at the Cincinnati Blues Experience, which I was at. And I'm going to tell you, you absolutely stole the show. You blew me away with your talent and your performance that day. And we wanted more. You didn't get to play long enough for me.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Wow. That was such a beautiful event. And it was so well attended and people were so nice. And I can't wait to do that one again. Thank you so much.
So, Peter, I'm going to start with you for a minute. Why bring Eliza to Montgomery, Ohio? I mean, what made you decide to do this after, you put a lot of sweat equity into that blues experience? What happens?
You mentioned the blues experience. And if you remember, Eliza played on one stage. Noah played on the other stage concurrently. They were both last acts of the night. I think they were both so entertaining. A lot of people, usually people will mingle back and forth room to room. I think people kind of stayed and watched Noah and half the crowd stayed and watched Eliza. And I thought, why not bring them back for a small, intimate show at the Bell? People can see them both this time. I've watched Noah since I moved here 2006. I love them. Eliza, first time seeing her live was when I brought her to the Winter Blues Experience. I was really impressed. So it was a no-brainer, and I can't think of a better venue than the Bell and the Bear. It's just intimate. You're right up close to the music. It's just a great place.
Yeah, it's a magical experience anytime you're at the Bell and the Bear for any of their live music that goes on there. And it is becoming known as one of those little hidden gems, I guess, so to speak. Not so hidden anymore. Everybody's there. They're packing the place out. But, Eliza, like I said, wowed me the first time I saw her play. And there's a whole lot of people coming to this show already. You guys are selling tickets at cincyticket.com. And we'll put some links up in the show in a little bit. If you want to get tickets for that, it is Sunday the 4th at 7 p.m. So it's Labor Day weekend. You've got Monday off. Think about this Sunday night. It could be a great experience. Eliza, you still with me out there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm right here. I'm right with you.
Well, tell me how you got started in this crazy business and traveling the country playing blues music.
I tell people the blues really chose me. Every time I sing, this is a long story. I grew up singing with my sisters. I have two sisters and a brother. And fast forward, I love music. I kept singing all through high school. And then I said, you know what can I get a degree in? my dad said, you have to get a degree if you're going to live here. So I went to Wayne State. I got into music school. I studied opera, but I was doing my rock and blues 5-6 nights a week at every club in Detroit, fitting in with like Earl Clue, Betty LaVette, all kinds of like blues, you know, the greats would come through, and I'd go up and sing in all like the famous jazz and blues clubs like Bart and what's the one, Baker's Keyboard Lounge, and I mean it goes on and on. There's one on every street like in Detroit, and they'd say, you know what, your voice is great for the blues. You should really sing the blues. So I just kind of kept going in that direction, and then I had that gritty tone, and I was singing opera, and the opera school loved my voice. They said, well, you got to stop singing rock and roll and blues. You have to be completely pure. And of course, right. I wasn't having that. I said, I'm more cut out for this life rather than perfectly pristine, you know, singing, you know, in little, I don't know. I'm more cut out for what I'm doing, and it kind of chose me, and I love it. It's a hard road, but as people find me and we connect, it feels like it's catching on more and more, and I'm really happy about that.
The connection to you and your audience, that's what it really got me excited about you was, you know, your vocals are powerhouse, but the connection you had with your audience, and you had the whole place just rocking in their seats and then getting up and dancing that night. And it was kind of a shame that Noah was on the other stage, because I was torn also, because I love Noah's music. And so many of us were bouncing back and forth. I said, I got to get back in there and see Eliza. And, you know, after I saw Noah because I have an opportunity to see Noah all the time. He's local here and plays quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't. So the big opportunity is Sunday at the Bell and the Bear. And Ed is with us too. And Ed is what I refer to as a blues connoisseur. And Ed, what was your first opinion of Eliza when you first saw her play?
Simply wow. Okay. You know, I just loved what she brought to the show. As you said, phenomenal vocals. But, you know, not only was it great technically, she conveyed such feeling and emotions that truly did connect with her audience. And so I've you know, downloaded many of Eliza's CDs and have been listening to it and just absolutely loving it. You know, the passion, the energy, and the like. And it's, you know, Eliza has a phenomenal band too. Okay. You know, amazing players throughout. So, you know, while Eliza's great, she's backed up by some really great musicians, and together they're tight and they really rock.
And gonna have a local favorite with her this Sunday, Christopher Bentley on keyboards, right?
Absolutely.
And
Christopher Bentley. Yeah, he's great. Yes, I'm so excited.
And I know he played with you a little bit at the Blues Experience. That was really cool. And I understand he's not wheeling around that Hammond B3 anymore. I'm a little sad about that, but I also understand that as you get older, it takes a team of people to move one of those. And also they're pretty delicate.
Yes, they are.
Right.
Eliza, you play in this band called Eliza Neals and the Narcotics. Where did the name come from?
Well, that was right in the beginning in 2015. I wanted to have this really edgy name, but the way I wanted to do it was the music gets you high, not the drugs. So that's why I was trying to find a tongue-in-cheek kind of double entendre, Neals, Narcotics. So I kind of just put that together, and it's got the music getting you high. Absolutely, hoping we do that for you. And then I use that on certain things, and sometimes it's just me, Eliza Neals. But of course, the musicians stay true to giving you everything they have on stage, so they can take you to that place. You know, the place where you have no cares in the world, or, you know, on a nice journey of, you know, of the blues rock experience.
Eliza, who's your blues hero?
God, I have so many. I love Johnny Hooker. I love Albert King. I love Etta James. I love Coco Taylor. I love Eric Clapton. I mean, I love Southern rock infused blues rock. You know, old Fleetwood Mac. Gosh, I mean, mean, my list goes on. I love the modern guys too, like Walter Trout, who I've had the pleasure to play with, Papa Tubby. I played with Derek St. Holmes, who wrote all the stuff for Ted Nugent, believe it or not. He's an amazing blues guy. So it's just, I love a little bit of rock infused blues, but I still love the greats. Every day when I hear a new blues,
I think we lost her a second there.
Yep, she's back. She's back.
Oh, here I am.
Gotcha.
But did you say? Sorry. Where are we? Hello?
We're here. We're here with you. Can you hear us?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I'm so influenced by such with race, you know, so it all goes into it.
Well, we've been popping pictures of you up on the screen here for people to see if they don't know you a little bit. And one of those pictures we had up, I'll throw it up there again. Just, I think it really shows your persona. You've got this big, giant vocal going in a microphone, and you're rocking it out on stage with some great blues. And I hope the people see that and want to come see you. And Peter and Ed, let's get a little more into this show for Sunday. Let's talk about what people can expect, again, how they can go get tickets to the show and things like that, all the specifics if you can.
Scott, it's going to be Sunday night, obviously September 4th. Noah will be playing from 7 to 8, Eliza 8:30 to 10, fairly early show. Doors, whenever you want to show up, basically. The bell will be open during the day. Tickets can be found at cincyticket.com/Eliza Neals. The event can be found on Facebook. Any Google search for Eliza Neals and Noah Witherspoon will pull it up. And if anybody who's seen these acts or knows Noah, you know what to expect. If you have not, Noah's just a phenomenal blues guitarist, rock guitarist. Been following him forever. In 2015, won the International Blues Challenge Best Guitarist Award, which is really saying something.
That's huge. that is huge.
Played all over the U.S. Eliza's, already kind of given us her resume, but you'll thoroughly be impressed. I like Eliza's energy on stage. She draws the crowd in. She gets everybody going. A lot of musicians are sort of static on stage. She's not. She'll sit shortly to play the keys, but she's going to be up and dancing and singing.
Like you said, static is no descriptor for her in the least. No.
Absolutely. The other thing I would add, with Noah, Noah will be accompanied by DeRosa Richardson on keys. Okay. So Noah has a few different iterations going forward, and DeRosa is an absolutely phenomenal keyboard player out of Dayton over there. So I think a lot of people in Cincinnati may not have seen Noah perform with DeRosa yet, but I think that will be a fantastic addition and provides a great texture.
Well, it's a great bill. I mean, you putting these two great blues artists together for one show at the Bell and the Bear on Sunday night is it's a cool thing. And Peter, that's Post Meridian Productions that you do, and you put these things together and these packages of shows like you do the Cincinnati Blues Experience. And I was amazed by the work that went into that and the amount of bands and quality of that show. And again, the first time I got to see Eliza. But Eliza, I've had people that saw you that compare you to other artists. And one person said they thought you had the energy of Lady Gaga that they had seen play. And I don't know. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's so funny. People say that I'm the Lady Gaga of the blues.
All right.
All right. I'll take it as a huge compliment because, first of all, she's a phenomenal keyboard player. And she's very talented. Now, when it comes down to what they had to break into with the pop stuff, okay, I'm not really big into that. But when you see her sit down and play the piano and sing, she's a phenomenal writer, singer, producer. She does it all. And basically, I do all of that. I write, produce, arrange. I do it all. I'm one of the few women doing that who can produce their own album and arrange and play the keyboards and, make a chart and tell everybody what to play. So I'm just doing my thing. I guess that's what I'm meant to do. I'm happy at doing it. And I appreciate you guys for, being on my vibe and feeling my soul to yours.
So, Eliza, where can they find your music? If people want to go hear your music or pick up your music, tell them how they can do that.
Well, I have a record label called E&H Records. You can just go right to elizaneals.com, and I have all my discographies there. You can order it right there. You can go to CD Baby. You can go to iTunes, Amazon. I mean, we're everywhere that you want to find new music. You just put Eliza Neals, and all my stuff will come up on all the various sites. But the best way would be elizaneals.com.
Okay. ElizaNeals.com. I think I've got it up on the screen there. There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
All right. Got it put up for you. And we have it ready so people can see that. And I want to make sure they see the ticket link too. Let me throw the ticket link back into the comments if I can, because that's cincyticket.com/Eliza Neals. And if you want to pick up tickets to this show, Peter, how much are the tickets?
They have $15, Scott, in advance, $20 day of. So the online sales will end Saturday at midnight. Sunday, if you show up at the door, it's $20.
Gotcha.
Hopefully it'll be sold out by Saturday night, but we'll see what happens.
And again, Bell and the Bear, a very intimate place and not a place that has 5,000 seats. Keep that in mind, people. So if you want to get a seat to this thing, I highly suggest you go online after you see this show, whether you're watching it live or you watch it today sometime. Please make sure you go online and pick up your tickets right away, and don't be left standing in the back. Get yourself a nice seat at the Bell. And how are we doing? Are we getting close on those tickets?
They're doing, the sales are pretty good. It's not, if I could say one thing, that there's not a lot of venues in Greater Cincinnati that feature blues and even blues rock bands. And I wanted to just thank Karis for giving me the chance to bring another show to the Bell and the Bear. I think Danielle Nicole was really well received in May, and I think this show is going to be just as good.
Well, Karis is an amazing venue owner. She's very unique when it comes to being open to new things and trying new things. And the fundraising she does is phenomenal there. She's just a good heart, and we love her and love being around her. She has created a magical night with that Thursday night jam that they have there every week. And that's where I've learned to love a lot of the blues players who've stopped in to play as well. And the first time I ever met Johnny Fink was in that environment. And I know Eliza has met Johnny as well at the Blues Experience. He's a cool cat as well. And hopefully if he's not playing, he'll be there to stop in and say, hey, because he likes to travel around and visit these things. What else do we have to add, Mr. Ed Sawicki? Lay something on me here.
Well, Ed will definitely be there with his camera, okay, taking photographs as usual. What a shocker, right? Going forward. And, when Eliza was talking about Lady Gaga, I just sort of started to chuckle because there's a side story. I had a colleague of mine, okay, and his daughters were students of mine at Taekwondo. As people may know, I was a Taekwondo instructor for many, many years. And I had asked them one day, what are they doing this weekend? And they go, oh, we're just flying to New York to visit with Aunt Stephanie and have a sleepover. So Aunt Stephanie, of course, is Lady Gaga. And, so it was a pretty cool experience. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. And the other thing that Eliza had mentioned was Eric Clapton being one of her influences. And there's a story there associated with Eric Clapton, which is never ignore people when they're offering you to see friends. So I get a call up from a colleague of mine, okay, saying, hey, my brother's going on tour. You really ought to see him. So I ignored her because I was the president of the Blues Society at that time, and I was getting these requests constantly. And she calls up about 3 or 4 days later and says the same thing. And I ignored her again, okay? Finally, a week later, she calls up. She goes, my brother's really pretty good. You really ought to go see him. And I go, okay, who's your brother? She goes, well, it's not really my brother. It's my brother-in-law. I just call him my brother. But my sister's married to Eric Clapton, don't you? So would you like to come sit with the family and see him as he does his world tour? And, you could go to Madison Square Garden, the Hollywood Bowl, or Royal Albert Hall, okay? at the Royal Albert Hall. I'm not a big fan of Los Angeles, so I chose New York and got to meet, Eric and, Gary Clark Jr. and Jimmy Vaughn over there. I've had great time backstage. But when Eric sang, Tears in Heaven, and you're sitting with the family, okay, talk about the tears rolling down everybody's eyes going forward out there. So I've learned, always ask, never to decide off.
Yes.
Okay? And, definitely sign up and go for those tickets.
Great thoughts, Ed. Yeah, great story. And I'm glad you took her up on it. Eliza, quickly, though, I do want to ask you this. What can the people expect out of you on Sunday night? When you hit that stage at the Bell and the Bear, and it's an iconic stage in Cincinnati, what are they going to see out of you?
Okay, you're going to forget all your troubles. We are going to have a blast. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to hug. We're going to take selfies. We're going to dance. We're going to, all I know is I'm going to give you everything I got, and you're going to just say, hey, I love her, and we're going to fall in love. Let's just say that.
All right, and we're going to share Ed's pictures on our page as well, folks that are watching this. So after that event is over and Ed has those pictures up, we'll share those. So you get a little, Ed's great at capturing the moments that happen at the Bell and the Bear. He does a wonderful job.
Wait till you see my drummer I'm bringing from Detroit. He is amazing. The solos are off the charts. You're going to hear him play. You're going to see Christopher Bentley. Then I have an amazing guitar player, Joe Stanley from Detroit, and a very special bass player that you'll see. It's a guest. And it's going down. It's Detroit blues rock coming at you, and we're going to do all we can, and we're going to have a blast. And just come on down. Perfect.
And you are based out of Detroit?
No, I'm originally from Detroit. But I moved to Jersey, but I'm back and forth. But I am a Detroit-born artist.
I was going to say, I didn't hear the Jersey accent or anything. So you're a transplant. All right, I got you.
Yeah, they call me the Detroit Diva.
The Detroit Diva.
But I'm really not a diva. I don't know where that came from. But I'm the opposite, actually. But I'll take it. Some guy called me that in New York at the bitter end. He goes, coming to the stage is the Detroit Diva. So it kind of stuck a little bit. But I'm just looking forward to being with everybody. We've been locked away too long. Let's just have some fun.
Well, we've got you, Eliza Neal, and we've got Noah Witherspoon, who's going to be playing this show. And that is going on September 4th at the Bell and the Bear. That is Sunday night, 7 p.m. prompt start time on that one. So make sure you pick up your tickets ahead of time, $15 in advance, 20 day of the show. You can get them at cincyticket.com/Eliza Neals. Peter, what else you got to share today?
Just wanted to say thank you, Eliza, for joining us. Thank you, Scott, for helping get the word out. And thank you, Ed.
So Peter, go on, Eliza.
Oh, I just said thank you for having me. I really look forward to it. Thank you.
Ed, before you go, I've got one more question for Eliza. Eliza, you're driving across from New Jersey to Detroit right now, you said.
Right now, as we speak, yeah.
Okay. What's on your playlist?
Oh, I was just listening to blues, though, because I'm always listening to it. I think I was just listening to some Cab Mo.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah. Cab Mo, and then before that was Robin Trower. So, yeah, it was really good. So that's what I'm listening to. I'm getting into my blues, but, I'm listening to a couple of my other, Barrett Strong, the Motown legend. That's my mentor from Detroit. So I was listening to some Papa with the Rolling Stone, too.
Well, there you have it. And if you guys out there that are watching or listening today or tomorrow have blues on your playlist somewhere, add Eliza Neal to it. You won't be disappointed. You go to her site and grab some of her music. She's a fantastic, highly energetic artist who you don't want to miss. So if you're free Sunday night, I know it's a busy weekend for everybody with Labor Day going on and all the festivals and such. Get on down to the Bell and see Eliza Neal, Noah Witherspoon. You won't be disappointed at all. It'll be a great night of music, and you'll walk away, as Eliza said, smiling and happy. And that's what we want on this Labor Day weekend, right, guys?
Yes. Absolutely.
And
oh, yeah. You're going to have some fun. We are going to have fun. I can guarantee that.
Eliza, I want to thank you for joining us today. I'd love to talk to you more sometime, get you back on the show and feature all your music and maybe share some of your music with the viewers as well. So maybe we can do that in the near future. And
Okay.
Until then, we appreciate everybody being here. And don't forget, again, I'll throw it up there in the comments and you guys will have an opportunity to see it because we want you to know that it's happening this Sunday. Eliza Neals, and that's with an S if you look her up. Not Neil, but with an S. Neals and Noah Witherspoon appear Sunday, the 4th, the Bell and the Bear, 7 p.m. CincyTicket.com/Eliza Neals. Get your tickets, people. Anything else, Ed?
Nope, I think we're good. And, looking forward to Sunday.
Thank you, Peter.
Nope, all set, Scott. Thank you again.
Thank you so much. Eliza, anything parting words as we go?
Just love is the word. That's all I want to say. Love and peace, everybody. Love you guys.
All right. Love you all. Thank you all so much. And remember our motto here at All Around Town Radio, guys. Get out and support live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you all weekend long and all week long, actually, here in the tri-state area. Thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with Who's Playing Out, brought to you by Froggies in Monroe, where we feature the best musicians in the tri-state and where they're playing for the week. So tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m. live. Until then, I'm Scott Hall, your host. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and bye.